Hello everyone, this is me Garima Singh. Today I'll discuss chapter number 8, that is manufacturing industries. So in this we will discuss types of industry. Manufacturing industry basically use raw material and then transform into finished goods. That what happen in manufacturing industry. So let's move on to the topic, that is I think I should maximize it a bit so that it's more visible. Types of industry. So there are various ways to classify the industry. First, on the basis of, you can say, on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, like public sector, private sector, joint and cooperative. Then they are on the basis of basically on the basis of products like basic good industry, capital good industry, intermediate good industry, then consumer good industry. Then it should be on the basis of size, capital investment in labor force, like large scale industries, medium scale industries, small scale and cottage industry. Then you can say on the basis of raw material used by them, like agriculture based industry, forest based industry, then mineral based industries, or industrially processed raw material based industry. Then there are other ways also, like on the basis of manufactured products, like you can see metallurgical industries, mechanical engineering, then chemical and allied, textile, food processing, electricity generation, electronics, communication industry. So there are various ways, like on the basis of manufactured products, on the basis of raw material, on the basis of finished good, on the basis of ownership, on the basis of size, capital investment, with medium, small or large scale. Then location of industry, that is very important, where you have to basically establish your industry. So raw material and industries are interrelated to each other. Even most of the industry, manufacturing industries, are located as a place where cost of production and cost of delivery of finished goods are least. So manufacturing industry should be set up nearby raw material, where raw material will be easily available. So next is nature of raw material and finished good decide the cost of transportation. If it's of perishable nature, then industry should be nearby market, because it's get perish in way of when it's transported on the way itself. Then location of industry is determined by important factors like raw material, power resource, then water, labor, market and transport facility. Now we will discuss sector of industrial location on the basis of raw materials. So, for example, sugar mill, pulp industries, cotton smelting. These are even industries using raw material which are perishable or lose weight, and the process of manufacture are usually located near the source of raw material. Like it said, you can say sugar mill industry, so they are should be located where the sugar cane are easily available, so nearby that. Then iron and steel industry is mostly located near coal fields like Bokaro, Durgapur, uh, near source of iron ore, like Bhadravati, Bhilai, Rourkela. It's both iron ore and coal lose their weight during the process of manufacturing of steel. Then power, next is of power. So power is a must for every industry. So supply of power should be ensured before locating any industry. For example, aluminum and synthetic nitrogen manufacturing industry. Then market. So I'll explain you through example, like petroleum refineries like Koyali, Mathura and Barani are located near market. So the product derived from them can be used as raw material in other industry. Then transport. So it is important for the location of industry to move goods and labor from industrial area to market and another. For example, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. The concentration of industry here is maximum. Then labor. So due to large population, labor is quite mobile and is available in large number, and it's another important factor while you think of locating your industry. So that is then historical factor. Even colonial influence, like competition from British good and British discriminatory policy, are also important reason for emergence of some are industrial nodes like Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Then we will discuss industry policy. So India attempt to promote backward areas like tribal area into economic development process by providing lot of incentive. Example, establishment of iron and steel industry in Bhilai and Rourkela, what based on decision develop backward area. Then major industries, some of the major industries are iron and steel. It's one of them. I will discuss one by one. Iron and steel, the industry comprises of large integrated steel plant as well as mini steel mills, and also includes secondary producer, rolling mills, and ancillary industries. So some example of integrated steel plant are, you can say Tesco, that is Tata Iron and Steel Plant. You find it here near to Mumbai Kolkata railway line. Then the industry get its raw material from different sources like coal from Joda mines in Odisha, then iron ore from Naumodi and Badam Pahad, then water supply from Subarnekha and Karki River. So cooking coal from coalfields of Jharia and West Bokaro. These are the things. Then ISCO. So it's Indian Iron and Steel Company that was set up at Hirapur and another at Kulti. So if they get a raw material like coal from Damodar Valley coalfields, then iron from Singhbum and Jharkhand, water supply from River Barak. So that was ISCO. Then next is Vishweshwaraya Iron Steel Work Limited. So initially named Mysore Iron Steel Work, the VSIL is located at the bank of Bhadravati in Shimoga district of Karnataka. It's basically specialized in steel and alloys. So Vishweswari Iron Steel, they get their raw material water supply from Bhadravati River is located near it. Then get iron ore from Keman Kundi in the Baba Budan Hills. Then due to unavailability of coal in this region at the beginning of charcoal was used as a fuel by burning wood. Then electric furnaces were installed. So that was the main. Here are even example are there where they get from, where they get water, from where they get steel, from where they get raw material. Then Rourkela steel plant. So this plant was established in 1959. It get its raw material from here, Rourkela. So steel plant, it get its raw material, it get it coal from Jharia, then iron ore from Sundari and Kinderju district, hydroelectric power of Hirakund power project, then water from Koil and Sank river. So that was Rourkela. Then Bhilai steel plant. It was set up with Russian collaboration in Durg, district of Chhattisgarh, 1959. Bhilai steel plant. Where is that? Yeah, Bhilai. This one. So coal from Korba and Kargil, as you can see. Then water from Tandolam, power from Korba thermal power station. Next is Durgapur steel plant. So it was set up in collaboration with government of United Kingdom in West Bengal and started its production 1962. Bhilai started in 1959 and then Rourkela both 1959 and this Durgapur is in 1962. It's got it raw material like coal from Jharia and Raniganj, as you can see Jharia and Raniganj, that is coal. Then iron from Naumuni, water and hydel from Damodar Valley. Then we will discuss, we did with Rourkela, Bhilai, Durgapur. Now next is, where is that? Bokaro. Bokaro, this was set up in 1964 as, yeah, same as with Russian collaboration. They get its raw material iron from Rourkela, then water and hydel power from Damodar Valley. Other raw material comes within the radius of, so it's easy to get. Then other steel plant, you can say Vizag steel plant in Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh is the first port waste plant, that 1992. Then Vijayanagar steel plant as Hospet in Karnataka, Salem steel plant in Tamil Nadu. So there are many other steel plants. Now we will discuss cotton textile industry. So the industry is one of the traditional industries of India. The first successful modern cotton textile mill was established in Mumbai, that is in 1854. So cotton textile industry can be classified as organized and decentralized sector. The decentralized sector includes cloth produced in handlooms that include khadi and power looms. On the other hand, organized sector has drastically fallen from 81% in the mid 20 to only 6% till 2000. This information you can see here. Then at present, cotton market is the most preferred sector to look at industry as market decide what is the current trend of clothes. Uh, After first cotton textile mill was set up in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, the cotton textile industry very rapidly. Then in central India, mills were set up at Nagpur, Indore, Solapur, even also set up at Kanpur and Kolkata. So availability of hydel power favored the setting of cotton mills in Tamil Nadu as well as cheap layer also available. We will discuss distribution of cotton textile. Where is that? Let me. Okay, we will discuss distribution of cotton textiles. So in present, the important center of cotton textile industry are Ahmedabad, Bhiwandi, Solapur, Kolhapur, as you can see here, Kolhapur, then Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu leading cotton textile producing. Even Tamil Nadu has the largest number of mill and most of them produce yarn rather than clothes. So Coimbatore account for even this Coimbatore account for 50% of total mill. Other important center are Chennai, Madurai, yeah, you can see, then Tuticorin, Salem, all. So they produce yarn rather than cloth. Then Karnataka and Bangalore. So cotton textile industry has developed in cotton producing in Telangana region. Then most of the cotton has developed in western part of Uttar Pradesh, like Kanpur is the largest center and known as Manchester of Uttar Pradesh. Others are like Agra, Modinagar, Lucknow, Hathras. So in West Bengal, important center are Kolkata, Serampur, Howrah. Then cotton textile industry has been facing tough competition from synthetic clothes. So that was distribution of cotton textile industry. Let's move on to the next industry, that is sugar industry. So the first sugar mill was established in 903 in Bihar, and then many mills were established in many parts of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. The industry provide employment to more than 4 lakh person. Even the sugar industry is the second largest agro-based industry in India. It is the largest producer of both sugar as well as sugar cane. Then we will discuss location of sugar industry. As the sugar cane is heavy and low value, weight losing and perishable raw materials, so sugar factory are located mostly in sugar growing region. Maharashtra has emerged as the leading sugar producer in the country. There are even Uttar Pradesh is now the second largest producer of sugar. First is Maharashtra, then second is Uttar Pradesh. So there are two belts where sugar. There are two belts where sugar factories are located. First is Yamuna Ganga Doab and second is Terai region. So in Ganga Yamuna Doab there is Saharanpur, Muzaffarnagar, Meerut, Ghaziabad. In Terai region you can see in Lakhimpur, Kheri and Gonda. Then we will discuss sugar producing states. So sugar producing states are Tamil Nadu has the sugar factories in Coimbatore, Vellore. Then in Karnataka, most important sugar producers are Belgaum, Shimoga, Bijapur. Even industry is distributed to the coastal region, that is in West Godavari, East Godavari. Other sugar producing states are Bihar, you can say Champaran, Muzaffar, then in Punjab with Gurdaspur, Jalandhar, Haryana it's Yamunanagar, Rohtak, Hisar, Gujarat. Sugar industry is comparatively new here. So important sugar producing mills are located in Surat, Junagadh. Petrochemical industry. So petrochemical, the group of industry has been growing very fast in India. Even the demand of its product is high since 1960. So petrochemical industries are divided into four subgroups, that is polymer, synthetic fiber, elastomer, surfactant intermediate. We will discuss distribution of petrochemical industry. So Mumbai is the hub of petrochemical industry. You have to remember 4 points in which petrochemical industry is divided. It polymer, synthetic fiber, elastomer and surfactant intermediate. Mumbai, as I said, is the hub of. Then other are Uttar Pradesh, Jamnagar, Haria. So there are three organizations which are working in the petrochemical industry sector. These are India Petrochemical Corporation Limited, IPCL, It's a public sector undertaking responsible for manufacturing and distribution of polymers. Then Petrophys Cooperative Limited, PCL, is a joint venture of government and waiver cooperatives. Then Central Institute of Plastic Engineering and Technology. So these are basically what I said. These are the petrochemical sector under administrative control of the Department of Chemical and Petrochemicals. Next, we will discuss subgroup of petrochemical industries. So subgroup are like polymer are made from ethylene and propylene, which are obtained after refining crude oil. It's provide the basic raw material for plastic industry, which are preferred because of their strength, flexibility. Next is National Organic Chemical Industries Limited, established 1961. So started first as naphtha based chemical industry. Then even about 75% of these units are in small scale sectors. So important fiber and their producing center are nylon and polyester industries, Kota, Mumbai. You have to find here, like information is given here. Then we will discuss knowledge based industry. So the IT and IT enabled business process outsourcing continue to grow with an outstanding rate. Then contribution of the IT software and service industry in GDP is about 2%. Even most of the multinational companies in IT field has re-established software or research development center in India. Even in hardware development sector, India has yet not achieved so much, but in IT sector, it's create double employment rate every year. Now we will discuss this new economic policy. It's come after 1991, that is LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. So this, as I said, it's industrial policy. It was announced in 1991. Its main objective was to build on gain already made, to collect the distortion of weakness that have crept in, then maintain a sustained growth in productivity and gainful employment, attain international competition. Earlier, it's India's economy was just, it's not an open economy. After LPG, it's become open. The trade has can be done with other country also. Now we will discuss following what the policy measures taken under LPG. That was abolition of industrial licensing. Earlier, the licensing was a major kind of, it was good, but sometimes it restrict to the new entrant. Then free entry to foreign technology, foreign investment policy, access to capital market, then open trade, abolition of phased manufacturing program, liberalized industrial location program. Even the policy has three main dimensions: liberalization, privatization, globalization. Even except six industry based on security, strategic, or environment concern for all industry, because licensing system was reduced. Then foreign FDI, foreign direct investment, becomes supplement to domestic investment. And globalization basically referred to integration of countries' economy with privatization. You in liberalization, you are abolishing licensing. Privatization is you are welcoming other MNCs, and here private sector should be included, come with the government and do things in a joint venture kind of thing. Globalization basically integrating the world economies, the free flow of goods and services, labor capital from one nation to another. Then even opening of economy to foreign FDI by providing facility to foreign company. It's basically laid foreigner to invest here and set up more industry there. These were the pros. Then what are the cons of LPG? Was infrastructure sector was remained untouched while major share went to core sector. Then gap between developed and developing state have wider and inter-regional disparity has been increased. Then economically weaker state could not compete with the developed state in open market and attracting industrial investment. Then industrial region in India. So the pocket having high concentration of industry are known as industrial cluster. Several indices are used to identify the clustering of industries. These are the number of industrial unit there, the number of industrial worker, quantum of power used for industrial purpose, total industrial output, then value added by manufacturing. So industrial region district. So major industrial region you can see Mumbai, Pune, Hooghly, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Chota Nagpur. These are the major. These are the minor. You can see here Ambala, Amritsar, Durg, Raipur. Go through this box. Industrial districts: Kanpur, Hyderabad. So 15 industrial district, 13 minor industrial, and 8 major. You have to keep in mind this one: Mumbai, Pune, Hooghly, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Chota Nagpur, Visakhapatnam, Guntur, then Gurugram, Delhi, Meerut, Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram. So these are the industrial region in district. Now, major industrial region of India, you can say Mumbai, Pune region. Industrial region extend from Mumbai, Thane to Pune and adjoining district of Nashik and Solapur beside Kolaba and Ahmednagar, Satara, Sangli. So here development of cotton textile industry in Mumbai, then opening of Suez Canal in 1869 gave impetus to Mumbai port. Machineries were possible to import, development of hydroelectricity, Western Ghat region. Then next is Hooghly region. So located along the Hooghly River, this region extends from Bansere in the north to Birlagran in the south and Medinar in the west. What factor basically in this one? Opening of river port at Hooghly River, then opening of coal field of Damodar Valley and iron ore deposit of Chota Nagpur Plateau, then development of tea plantation in Assam and northern Yellow West Bengal. Kolkata emerged as leading center and connected with interior parts by railway lines and road routes. Then availability of labor from Bihar, Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, because it is here Hooghly region. So here the major concentration of jute industries at Howrah and Bhattapara. Important industry are cotton, textile, jute, paper engineering, textile machinery. Next is, where is that? Bangalore, Chennai, or you can say Bangalore, Tamil Nadu industrial region spread over all the district of Tamil Nadu except Villupuram. Its development depend on the Paikara hydroelectric plant. Then cotton textile industry was set up to take roads. Then heavy engineering industry are located at Bangalore. Aircraft Hall, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited Hall, Mechanical Tool, STL, Bharat Electronics are industrial landmark. Then petrochemical refinery at Chennai, iron steel plant in Salem, fertilizer, a recent development. Now next is Gujarat region. So the place for the basis of its activity grow lies between Ahmedabad and Vadodara, but the region extend up to Valsad and Surat. So a factor of industry in this region are decline of cotton textile industry at Mumbai. Then this region is located in cotton growing area, hence raw material market are easily available. Development of Kandla port, petrochemical refinery at Koili. So important industry are like textile, silk, synthetic fiber, petrochemical industry, heavy and basic you can find here. Chota Nagpur region. These are the major. Chota Nagpur, this extend over Jharkhand, northern Odisha, West Bengal. This region is well known for its heavy metallurgical industries. What are the favorable conditions so that industry set up here is the discovery of coal in the Damodar Valley, metallic and non-metallic mineral in Jharkhand and northern Odisha, as well as thermal and hydroelectric plant in Damodar Valley. Cheap labor from surrounding region. Next is where is our Visakhapatnam Guntur region. So this region extends from Visakhapatnam to Kurnool, and its favorable sector are presently Visakhapatnam and Machilipatnam port, developed agriculture, coalfield of Godavari basin, presence of petrochemical refineries. Even Guntur district has one lead zinc smelter. Important are you can sugar, textile, jute, paper, fertilizer, other. Then next is Gurugram, Delhi major region. These I am discussing major industrial districts, regions. The industry of this region are light and market oriented, as this region is far located from mineral and power resources. Important industry are electronics, light engineering, electrical goods, cotton, woolen, synthetic. Then software industries recently developed. Important industrial center are Gurugram, Delhi, Shahadra, Faridabad, Meerut, Modinagar, Ghaziabad, Ambala, Agra and Mathura. Next is this Kollam and Thiruvananthapuram region. So important industry are Thiruvananthapuram, Kollam, Emakulam, Pannalore, Alpazha district. It's away from mineral belt of India. So agriculture, product and processing market oriented light industry predominate this region. Even important industries are cotton, textile, sugar, rubber. So that was all major Gurugram, Gujarat, Mumbai, Bangalore, Kollam, then Visakhapatnam, Guntur, Hooghly, Chota. We are done with this. That what has been given in explain form, and I have explained this is a brief form. So let's move on to the question and answer of this chapter, that is manufacturing industries. Choose the right answer. You have to choose the right. Which is not a factor of industrial location? Other three are, but one is not the factor. Market, yes. Capital, yes. Power, yes. Population, it doesn't matter. So, this is not a factor. Here asking not. It doesn't make sense. There should be market, capital, and power. Labor should be there. The earliest iron and steel company to established in India was Tesco. The first modern cotton mill was established in Mumbai because Mumbai is a port, yeah. It is located near cotton, yes. Mumbai was a financial center, yes. So it should be D. That is all of the above. The nucleus of Hooghly industrial region is, that is Kolkata and Howrah. It's Howrah. It is Howrah. Kolkata Howrah Bridge. So that is Howrah. Which one of the following is the second largest producer of sugar? No doubt, first in Maharashtra, second is Uttar Pradesh. You have to answer these question in 30 words. That's small type of question. What do you think? We are discussing the first one. We are discussing this one. What do you think that iron and steel industry is basic to the industrial development of any country? Yes, iron and steel are basic to economic development of any country because they are the basic raw material for production of all other goods, both industrial as well as commercial. All other industry are based on the product manufactured from these industries until and unless iron and steel are produced. Even a nail, which is basic to all construction, cannot be manufactured. So that's why iron and steel are important. Now we will discuss second, that is this one. Name the two sector of the cottage textile industry. How are they different? So, cotton textile industry in India can be broadly divided into two sectors, that is organized and unorganized. The decentralized sector include cloth produced in handlooms, including khadi and power looms. The production of organized sector has drastically fallen from 81% in the mid 20, now it's only 6%. So at present, power loom on the decentralized sector produce more than handloom sector. So there are two, first is power loom and second is handloom. We will discuss third, why is the sugar industry has a seasonal industry. Sugar industry is totally based on sugarcane as raw material. Sugarcane is a seasonal crop harvested annually. Since sugarcane is a perishable crop and its sucrose content start to decline within 24 hours only. Therefore, sugar cannot be stored for production of sugar later in the year. As a result, production of sugar is limited to only harvesting time of sugarcane. Next is fourth one. What is the raw material base for petrochemical industry? Name some of the product of this industry. So crude petroleum is the raw material for petrochemical industry. It is refined to obtain various products, which collectively are referred to as petrochemical industry. The group of petrochemical industry is divided into four parts. That is polymer. First is polymer. Second is synthetic fiber. Third is elastomers. Fourth is surfactant intermediate. Next is, what is the major impact of information technology revolution in India? We are discussing this fifth one. So the advancement in IT has a profound influence on the country's economy. The IT revolution opened up new possibility for economic and social transformation. The IT and IT-enabled business process outsourcing service continue beyond a robust growth path. Indian software industry has emerged one of the fastest growing sector in economy. Even the software industry has surpassed electronic hardware production. The Indian government has created a number of software park in the country. Also, it has a large number of female employed in it. So next we will discuss long type of question in 150 words. So first is, how did, we are discussing this one, how did Swadeshi movement give a major impetus to the cotton textile industry? So, Swadeshi movement was the movement which was started by Mahatma Gandhi ji as a step toward achieving self-sufficiency in production. British goods were boycotted and Indian manufactured products were promoted. British in India deepened their root by destroying indigenous industry. Swadeshi hit on this very policy of government. People destroyed foreign manufactured goods in the huge quantity. They started spinning for their own clothes. capital was collected and new mills was set up throughout the country, and the impetus provided by Swadeshi movement, new mills which are still functioning sprang up throughout the country. Khadi cloth and khadi industry were revived. The traditional artisans who have lost their livelihood were reabsorbed under Swadeshi economy as a movement against the British-led economy. Not only large-scale industry was set up, but also small and cotton industry was survive. Since under wave nationalism, people were adopting khadi, Indian handloom. The demand for Indian cotton shot up. Hence, the entire indigenous cotton industry of India was revived. It has also helped in generating employment opportunity that lead to the overall growth in national income. So you can say that that was started by Gandhiji to achieving self-sufficiency in production. Next is what do we understand by liberalization of LPG and how they help industrials. So this is new economic policy that come in picture in 1991. So in this one, NEP, new industrial policy, was announced in 1991. The major objective was to of this policy was to was to correct the distortion or weakness that have crept in maintaining a sustained growth in productivity as well as gainful employment, attain international competitiveness. So what are the things that has to be come into picture after new economic policy? So these are evolution of industrial licensing through liberalization. You are liberalizing, so abolish license, then free entry to foreign technology, that is globalization. Foreign investment policy, it's come privatization, globalization, access to capital markets because of privatization, open trade cause of globalization, abolition of phase manufacturing program cause of liberalization, liberalized industry location program. So the industrial licensing system has been abolished for all except six industries related to security, strategic or environmental concern. For all they have abolished except for six, that is the security, strategic and environment concern. At the same time, number of industry reserved for public sector since 19 have been reduced because privatization come into picture. So industry related to atomic energy substance specified in schedule for Department of Atomic as well as railway has remained under public sector. Then a new industrial policy FDI has been seen as a supplement to the domestic investment for achieving a higher level of economic development. Even FDI benefit the domestic industry as well as consumer by providing technological upgradation, access to global managerial skill and practice, optimum use of natural and human resource, etc. So keeping all this in mind, FDI has been liberalized and government has permitted access to an automatic route of FDI investment. So industrial policy has liberalized to attract private investor, both domestic and multinational. New sector like mining, telecommunication, highway, construction, management have been thrown up to private companies. Then globalization means integrating the economy to the country with the world. So you can say opening of economy to FDI investment by providing facility to foreign company to invest in different field of India economy, that removing restriction and obstacle to entry of multinational company in India, then allowing Indian company to enter into foreign collaboration in India, as well as instead of setup of export incentive opting for exchange rate adjustment for promoting export. So in fact, you can say economically weaker state could not compete with developed state in open market in attracting industrial. Hence, they are likely to suffer from these process. So, major share of both domestic investment as well as foreign went to already developed state. Even Uttar Pradesh, the state with larger population, has only 8% in spite of several concessions. So it's in many way it helped because at that time our economy was at very low, so that was important step taken by at that time by the government, that is economic policy. So in this chapter we have discussed about I'm done with the chapter crux and question solutions. So I'm telling you in this chapter we read about manufacturing, like manufacturing industries provide employment. Then we discuss about how location play an important role when setting up manufacturing industries. Then we will discuss okay, which state has the largest number of cotton textile mills? So it is Tamil Nadu. Then first mill was set up in Mumbai in 1854. Then second important most agro-based industry is sugar industry. Then the largest producer of sugar is Maharashtra. Second is Uttar Pradesh. We have discussed in it. Then new industrial policy, they come into 1991 at picture. We have discussed industrial region as well, that is Gujarat, then Hooghly, Gurgaon, Meerut, Vishakhapatnam, Guntur, Gurgaon, Meerut. We will discuss what is manufacturing. So manufacturing is the mass production of any kind of identical good with use of power, specialized labor in a factory. We even classify the industry on the basis of its size, type of industry I have discussed. So there are various. These all things we have finished in this chapter. That's for today. Thank you.